All right, and we are live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the game here between the Stormers and the Sharks, and it should be quite a phenomenal game. Didn't even have time to change my background, so I do apologize for the other spot background, but yeah, we should be getting ready for this one, guys. So let's quickly go through the team lineups here. For the Sharks, we've got Apelile Fasi, Sabun Kosi, Lukanya Bentupaya, Makasola Mapimpi, Puta Chamberlain, and Grant Williams. So a massive backline for the Sharks. We should see a great attacking backline in action here from the Sharks today. Then the forwards, Pepsi Buthelezi, Jean-André Labuskaghni, Sia Kulisi, Hiron Andrews, Ruben van Heerden, Thomas de Toey, Bongi Bunambi, and Oxner Shear. So Sia Kulisi and Bongi Bunambi now back into the side after being rested last week. And it should be a great battle for the two former Stormers players to be part of this one. Right, now looking at the Stormers side, Damien Willemse, Angelo Davids, Ruanel, Rikas Pretorius, Sabella Sinatla, Money Libok, and Herschel Yankees. So just as an exciting backline as the Sharks. So if these two teams can get some front football, we should see an incredible game between these two sides. Looking at the forwards of the Stormers, Achiva Diamani, Aronson Rein, Dion Fourie, Marvin Uri, Andre Smith, Sazi Zandi, Skaran Tubeni, and Steven Kitsov. Now, one big name that you guys will see is missing from this team lineup is Evan Ruas, who got injured during this week. So he will not be playing today, and that's a big loss to the Stormers side because he's been absolutely brilliant for this Stormers side. So not sure how this is going to work out for them. Looking at the bench of the Stormers, we've got Andre Higu Venter, Leon Lyons, Brock Harris, Namakaba, Marcel Tennyson, Paul de Wet, Dan du Plessis, and Warwick Galan. I'm just going to try and quickly pull up the Sharks bench. For some reason, I don't have that available at this very moment. So we'll just quickly have a look at that one before we get going. But it is what it is, guys. And this Sharks side is looking, very dangerous in the back line with the forwards probably equally matched in this game so far. So we should be in for a cracking game between the two sides. Right, so I've got the Shark bench ready for you guys. So here it is. Karen van Vieren, Natuka Machuna, Kucha Machuna, Reniel Higu, Henko Venter, Jaden Hendricks, Tito Bonilla, and Jeremy Ward on the bench. So there's enough firepower on this bench from the Shark side to maybe see this one through towards the end of the game as well. Achilles Kolisi is playing. He was rested last week, so he is definitely playing in this game as far as my knowledge go. Achilles says, Guru, jy lekker ding gaan 'n banger wees die. Yeah, it should be an incredible game between these two. This is the coastal derby between the Sharks and the Stormers, and the game should start in a couple of minutes' time. So let's quickly get a poll up and running here on the channel, and let's see if we can see which way this one is going to go at the end of the day. It is the coastal derby between the two sides. So let me know in the poll who's going to win it. I'll put that up right now for you guys. So the Stormers or Sharks are already going for a draw maybe between these two sides. Marius van der Westhuizen is the referee for today's game, so it should be really a good, we've got some really good referees on the field as well. So there we go. So 3 votes then. Stormers 67%, Sharks 33% at the moment as far as the polls go. So a lot of Stormers supporters here at the moment. So we should start in any minute now. It is played in Durban today. Let's see if I can quickly get a cover picture for us here of Kings Park, but I don't think we're going to be able to find one in the stands. So we'll just keep it at this one for now, guys. So Yeah, let me know in the comments section as well who you guys think is going to be the man of the match for today's game. It really is one of those games which could go either way. We've seen some incredible form from the Stormers last week, beating the Bulls in the last couple of minutes, which we weren't able to see on screen last week as everything went pitch dark. So the Stormers managed to win that game, and the Sharks managed to beat the Lions last week as well. So, yeah, both on a winning run. Stormers on a one game winning run, while the Sharks on a 2-match winning run. So the Sharks having a little bit more momentum going into this one, but it should be a cracker. Let's go through the lineups one more time. For the Sharks, Apalile Fasi, Sabun Nkosi, Lukanya Amben Tupaya, Makazolo Mapimpi, Buta Chamberlain, and Grant Williams. So it's only, as far as my knowledge goes, Buta Chamberlain that's not an international player in this back line, but definitely on his way to becoming something special for the future. And in the forwards, Pepsi Buthelezi, Jean-Ray Labaskachny, Sia Kulisi, Hiron Andrews, Ruben van Heerden, Thomas de Twee, Bongi Bunambi, and Oxen Asher. A very formidable front row forwards there for them, along with the likes of Pepsi Buthelezi and Jean-Ray Labaskachny, who's had a good game last week as well. Stormers backline, Damien Willemse, Angelo Davids, Ruan Nel, Rikas Pretorius, Sibella Sinatla, Manny Lebok, Herschel Yankees. Manny Lebok had a fantastic game against the Bulls last week. So too did the likes of Damien Willems and Warwick Geland when they combined together. And then Sibella Sinatla, obviously a man of the match performance last week. Then the forwards, Sachiva Diamani in for the injured Irfan Roos today. So that will be a big loss to the Stormers for this game. Andre Smith also coming in for Salman Murat, who's also injured for the Stormers. On the bench, Andre Higofente, Leon Lyons, Brock Harris, Namakaba, Marcel Tennyson, Paul de Wet, Dan Duplessis, and Warwick Geland. The Sharks, Kellen van Vieren, Chuka Machuna, Kucha Machuna, Renil Higu, Enko Vente, Jaden Hendricks, Tito Bonilla, and Jeremy Ward. Right, so Achilles says for Stormers, if they win Yankees, Kitsov will be man of the match. And then Johannes Payne says Stormers beat the Sharks, who buying all the box. Yeah, well, if you've got the money, you must just as well spend it wisely, you know. So, yeah, we've got the players playing at home is the Sharks today. Stormers coming off a big win against the Bulls. So both teams will be very, very high in confidence, and we will see a very good game, hopefully. The Bulls and Lions game didn't live up to the expectation quite that much. Too many handling errors and too many errors in that game. So hopefully we will see a much better performance from these two coastal teams here today, as it will be the Stormers to get this game underway for us. Like I said, Morris van der Westhuizen and Jangweli Sanguena is the, I think, one of the touch judges, and then couldn't quite see who the other guys were, but it is going to be Manny Lebok to get this way underway for us here at Kings Park. Right, so they're taking their time with this kickoff. Morris van der Westhuizen just getting everything in order before we start. So the poll has grown with 13 votes, 54% going to the Sharks now. Don't forget to vote on the poll who you think is going to win this game, as Manny Lebok is getting ready to take the kickoff here for this important coastal derby. Still not ready is the referee. Now he gets to the field, and here we go, guys. So here's the kickoff for the Stormers then. It is going to be Manny Lebok with the kickoff to this game. Right, Shark Brand says, good to see Jaden Hendricks back. The kickoff now, high hanging one, and the Sharks missed that first ball, but it will go into touch with nobody touching that ball, and it will be a Sharks put into the lineup. A bit of messy start for the Sharks then. Aaron Andrews, not able to get the ball there. Bonambi now will throw this ball in the first line out of the game. Stormers beat the Sharks buying. Yeah, we can't believe Willems have played Geland onto the bench, and then good to see Hendricks back. Stormers to win in their second home ground with 18 points. Sharks sure winners. Right, so the driving maul now from the Sharks. The maul has been collapsed. Penalty advantage to the Sharks early on. Here they go. Tupaya out the back to Chamberlain, but great defense from the Stormers. But we are going to come back for that penalty against the Stormers then. And for collapsing the maul and being offside as well. So a minute gone in this one. And Grant Williams now with the ball in his hands. Will he do the kicking? No, Peter Chamberlain will. So a minute gone in this one. And Peter Chamberlain now to kick this downfield for the Sharks. Just slowing the pace of the game a little bit, taking their time. There goes the kick. And that one is going to find touch here between the 10 and the 22 of the Stormers. So Dan du Plessis has been promoted to the starting lineup in the place of Rikus Pretorius, who actually pulled a hamstring during the training session on the field. So, yeah, that's why Dan du Plessis is starting this game. Right, Bongi Manambi now with the second throw-in of this game. The Sharks now in a good attacking position here early on in this game. 2 minutes gone. Bongi Benambi with the throw into this line out. Are we going to see him going to the back? Beautifully taken by Buthelezi. Now Grant Williams to Paya. Loops around Chamberlain. Makazola Mapimpi out to Apalila Fassi with a little kick downfield. Here comes the chase from the Sharks now. It is Angelo Davids under pressure from Sabuna Kossi. But the Stormers have done well to recover that one. 5 meters from their own try line. Now it is Damian Willems at scrum off, gets it out to Kitsov. Kitsov just setting it up nicely for the Stormers now. Herschel Yankees waiting for this one. Oh, big counter-ruck from the Sharks. Have they got this ball? Yes, they have. 5 meters out from the Stormers try line. Here they come. Makazola Mapimpi, long cut-out pass to Lukanyam. And Lukanyam is going to score the opening try of this game for the Sharks with a great counter. Ruck 5 meters out from the Stormers try line. Brilliant stuff from the Sharks. And they're on the board early. 3 minutes gone. Lukanya and the captain gets the try. Well, the Stormers, Herschel Yankees taking way too long to clear that ball. Sharks come with the counter ruck. And they score an easy try. Just through the hands. Out the back to Lukanya. And the first try of this game have been scored. Achilles says, I never thought I'd like the Sharks that much. Whoever wins, he deserves it, and they must keep dominating this URC to dominate the overseas squad. And then Kunrad Kunning says, yes, boys. And Johannes Payne says, that's not fair. What's not fair? Achilles says, Guru told you will be there on my man of the match list. Kat Knutzer says Sharks all the way at the moment. So a good start from the Sharks side. As Peter Chamberlain now will try and convert this one about 10 meters out from the left-hand touchline. Such a cool, calm and collective player. And that is going to, will it go in? Hits the upright and off, unfortunately. So score will remain 5-0 to the Sharks. Right, so Sean Everett, the coach of the Sharks, will be happy with the start to this game. Great counter ruck from them. Just pushing the Stormers over their own ball. Right, Manny Lebok with the restart, this time going in deep into the hands of Jandre Labuskachny. Jandre Labuskachny fends off Sazi Sandi. Just short of the 22 now, or inside the 22 is the Sharks now. Grant Williams controlling at the back of this ruck now. He's going to go with the box kick, and that's not a great kick from Grant Williams. High up in the air, nobody wants it, collected by Angela Davids, and the Stormers now an opportunity. Here through the hands, Kitsov now. On the 22, Herschel Yankees now gets it out. Manny Lebok goes wide to Damian Willems that tries to step back inside. but the referee's calling them back for a penalty here to the Stormers. So not quite sure what was wrong, why no advantage was played, but a penalty to the Stormers, then offside from the Sharks. And decision time now for the Stormers here. Stephen Kutzhoff says to Manny Livock, go for touch. And it's the Stormers now who will go for touch here. And that kick is going to go 5 meters out from the Sharks try line. A chance here for the Stormers to hit back immediately. A very poor kick from Grant Williams. The ball basically going backwards in the air from that little box kick, putting the Sharks under pressure. Right, Scudder and Tabeni now with a throw in. Who's it going to find here? Very important for the Stormers to find their jumpers. It's Andre Smith who gets it. The maul has been formed. Here comes the Stormers now. Just a meter short of the try line. But the maul has collapsed now. Kutzhoff now. Driven back in a tackle by Ruben van Heeren. Herschel Yankees now gets it out. Still the Stormers set it up right in under the post here. Oh, and another mistake from the Sharks. Penalty advantage now. Damian Willemse hammered back in a tackle by Grant Williams. And Thomas du Toit is the guilty party there. 5 meters out from his own try line. Right under the post here. With the Stormers having another chance now to set something up. But the referee now is having a chat. They are going to go upstairs for something. Let's see what this is all about. Johannes Payne says that Sharks score a try. Then Achilles says, Guru, if you take a few shots now, I'll become a Shark supporter for life. But you must get drunk again. No ways, Achilles. Achilles have just become a YouTube member here. Thank you so much, Achilles. And yeah, really appreciate the support, man. Achilles says, looks fancy next to my name. Yeah, it does. It does look really, really fancy next to your name. And if anybody wants to become a member as well, you can support the channel and become one. It starts at 20 Rand. 20 Rand at the bottom. So they're looking at a David Fouris charge in on Thomas the Tank. And it should just be a penalty to the Sharks then from that. Andrew Warren says, hi all, and go Sharks. So how's it going, Andrew? So the Sharks now might get a penalty from David Fouris, who basically went in with the shoulder at the ruck here. I don't think he hit Thomas du Toit said at any stage, so there shouldn't be anything sinister to that, apart from a penalty to them. Kitty says, I will take a bigger subscription soon. My car and stuff ate my wallet. Once I'm back on track, I'll take a bigger deal to support you. No problem, Achilles. Any membership that you take is gold to me. Right, so I don't have any audio, but the referee are now having a talk to Stephen Kutzhoff and David Fouris. So I think it should only just be a penalty, really. Yeah. The penalty has been overturned, so it's going to be a Sharks penalty then. And yeah, it is what it is. The Sharks getting away with murder there, and Buddha Chamberlain will now kick this into touch. If your discipline is not going to be up to scratch, then you won't win this game. Stormers letting an easy penalty slip in there, and Buddha Chamberlain finds touch between the 22 and the 10-meter line. Not the greatest of cleanouts, but it was the only way to do it, really, for David Fouris there. Right, throw in taken by the Sharks now. Ruben van Heeren, the maul has been formed by the Sharks now. Can they form a driving maul going forward here? There's the Sharks. They're slowly but surely starting to make some headway. Bongi Manambi breaks off the back now. Good defense from the Stormers, and that is into touch. So it will be a Stormers line out here between the 10 and the 22 of the Sharks. Great defense from the Stormers there. Right, so Jan Haram Nivenaisen says Sharks are dynamite, and then Sharks, let's take the points. So the penalty was on the Sharks' own try line, so that's why they couldn't go for goal. Sharks are a very boring team. Buta, we're coming for you. And then Guru, never congratulate on 6K. I forgot you're on 6.4 now. Growing well. Thank you. Kick forward by the Stormers and turnover again by the Stormers now. Knock on from the Sharks on the 22-meter line. Here they come. David Furu gets the pass out. Very sloppy kick forward by the Sharks. And Apalile Fassi now is chasing after this one. Sanatla's got it. And now good tackle from Apalile Fassi on him. The Stormers have managed to secure possession here between the 10 and the 22 inside their own half. Now it's taken forward by Andre Smith for the Stormers. Herschel Yankees now waiting for it. Gets it out to Murray Lubbock under pressure. Good tackle from Grant Williams. Stormers still got possession though. Now Herschel Yankees gets it out to Sazi Sandi. He takes two defenders with him. Now Herschel Yankees just waiting for it. It's going to look like it's going to go the box kick or try to go. What just happened there? The Sharks have turned this ball over, but the referee is going to give a penalty to them. Holding on the ground is the call. Not quite, or not releasing, not quite sure. Did the Sharks win that ball on the ground? Yes, they did, and then they held on. Herschel Yankees very, very slow at the breakdown and making some silly mistakes at the moment. So Hiron Andrews penalized there for not releasing the ball. Money Levok now to kick this downfield for them. Andrew Warren says, I would like to see Tito at fly for a few minutes. And then Danny says, supporting the Sharks all the way from the Western Cape. Who's the ref? Marius van der Westhuizen is the referee. Akili says, I have a spanner next to my name, a Guru membership, and I rule this chat. I feel honored. Plus, yeah, Achilles, come on. Well, I first will have to rate you to approve you on that last one. Right, here comes the Stormers now on the attack inside the Sharks half, and they've knocked it on. It's Ruanel who's knocked the ball on. So opportunity goes a begging for the Stormers there. Can't make these mistakes. We saw it in the previous game. A very poor pass really from Manny Lebok to Dan du Plessis there. And the Sharks are being let off the hook again there. Scrum down to the Sharks, roundabout on the 10-meter line, inside their own half. 5-0 the Sharks lead here at Kings Park. Right, don't forget to go and vote, guys. 38 votes so far, 53% saying the Sharks will win, 45% says the Stormers, and 3% says there will be a draw. Right, Sharks feet to the scrum here and controlled well. Good scrum from the Sharks. Penalty advantage coming for them now. Grant Williams, Buddha Chamberlain. Long cut-out pass to Sabu Nkosi. He tries to put it on the boot but hits Sanatla. And they will be going back for the penalty to the Sharks on the 10-meter line inside their own half. Sharks looking really good at scrum time at the moment. Right, so we'll put that Chamberlain, kick this downfield as far as possible. Dobson, take off Pretorius, put Willems there, then we will learn. Maybe they just first chase you away. Yeah, so Pretorius is out injured. He injured himself before the game, and Dan du Plessis has come on to replace him. One would have thought that they would switch Willems to 12 and put Geland at 15, but that was not the case. Right, so the Sharks kick it downfield on the 10-meter line inside the Stormers' half now. The Stormers now have an opportunity to attack. Bongi Bunambi with a throw into this line out. Will we see some magic from the Sharks now? Bunambi with a throw into this line out. Taking his time again now. Looking for the jumper, to the back they go, and it's been overthrown, but it's going to be a free kick to the Sharks there. Not quite sure what the reason for it is, but the Sharks have got a free kick now on the 10-meter line on the in the Stormers' half, and they will go for a scrum down here. Just struggling to get going is this game now after a really good start to the game. A very firing start by both sides, and it's just slowed down quite a bit since that start. But 5 points to 0. It is the Sharks leading the Stormers at the moment. 13 and a half minutes gone. Scrum down to the Sharks here on the 10-meter line inside Stormers half. Grant Williams will feed this ball in for the Sharks. And pretty strong scrum so far from the Sharks already. Solid this time from him again now. Grant Williams gets it out. Put at Chamberlain. Loops around with Grant Williams. Nearly finds a little gap. Oh, beautiful offload to Lukanyam. Over the 22-meter line he goes and still going. Now just 5 meters out is Lukanyam. Quick ball needed for the Sharks now. Hiron Andrews takes it up 5 meters out. Now the Sharks again. Oxnashire driving. Oxnashire still going. A meter out now. Grant Williams gets it back now. Chamberlain with a little cross kick. Why? Oh, it nearly works for the Sharks. But Saboon and Kossi has knocked it on. So it will be a scrum down, it seems, to the Stormers then. They had numbers on the outside, really. Let's just have a look here again. It was a brilliant offload from Grant Williams to Lukanya. Great running angle from him. But caught short. Went for the little cross kick. Yeah, there weren't really that much numbers on the outside, but Saboon and Kossi just not able to keep hold of that. So it's going to be a goal line dropout for the Stormers then. Right, Money Levok now with the goal line dropout here, and that one is kicked downfield deep. They know Chamberlain tends to go for the drop goal. Now he tends to go for the up and under instead. And the chase coming from the Sharks, knocked on by the Sharks. So the Stormers have got the ball inside the round 22 now. Herschel Yankees controlling at the back of this rack for the Stormers now. It is a knock-on advantage for them. Andre Smith takes it up for them. Herschel Yankees just waiting for that ball to come out for them. Slow ball again for the Stormers. Now it seems like there might be a penalty advantage coming. Right, Herschel Yankees out to Manny Levok, kicks it downfield. And yeah, it is going to be a penalty to the Stormers there. A high tackle from the Sharks, it seems. And Manny Levok can now clear this ball for the Stormers. Right, Achilles says, is the spanner too fast and all crews loose screws? Yeah, absolutely, Johannes. Right, let's see. I missed a couple of comments here, so I won't be able to go back to all of them, but it's all just a little banter at the moment. So the Stormers have managed to survive that Shark onslaught again, and now we'll have a throw in about between the 10 and the 22. Skaran Tebeni finds Marvin Uri. Marvin Uri takes it up for the Stormers. Maul has been formed. Will they try and drive this forward as the Stormers now? 17 minutes gone. Still going forward are the Stormers now. This is a good driving Maul. Penalty advantage and another penalty to the Stormers now. On the 10-meter line inside their own territory. In at the side from Thomas de Toey. And he's not happy with himself there. 5 points to 0. The Sharks are leading at the moment. But the Stormers are finding their way back into this game. Money Levok now kicking that one off. That's a horrible kick. Finding touch on the 10-meter line of the Sharks, but it was a wobbly little kick from him. Kali Stormer says, Stormers, your lekker ding. And then also Stormers, your beauty. Beautiful. Andrew Warren says the Sharks better sort out their discipline. True. Right, 5 points to 0 it is, guys. Skaran Tebeni with a throw into the slide up for the Stormers. On the 10-meter line of the Sharks at the moment. Taken by Andre Smith at the front now. David Fareed trying to work his way up. It is a maul for the Stormers now. Scarron to Benny at the back now. Gets it out. Herschel Yankees, Manny Lebok with a little chip kick over the top. Beautifully read by Makazole Mapimpi. And he's going to try and counter here. But the referee calling them back for another penalty here. And this time against Oxnashire. Also for collapsing the maul. So the Sharks need to be very careful now. Will the Stormers go for another kick to touch? Or will they take the 3 points this time on offer? They did turn down the first attempt at goal, and they're going to turn down this one as well. So Manny Lebok to kick this into touch for the Stormers. He is going to find touch roundabout on the 22-meter line. So on the angle, not a bad kick. Shark Brain says Stormers not used to the Durban heat. We'll see whether they can last the full 80. Gully Stormer says tank is ours all day long. Line out, stolen by the Sharks, but the ball go loose, and it's Karan Tebedi who picks it up for them. On the attack again on the Stormers now. Manny Lebok tries to step back inside. Got hold 5 meters out from the try line. Cuts off now. Cuts off driving his way up. Still coming as the Stormers now. Here comes Andre Smith now. Herschel Yankees waiting for it, and now gets it out to Chiva Diamani. Chiva Diamani held up 5 meters out, still coming. Arons van Rijn now. Herschel Yankees again out to Chiva Diamani has knocked it on, and we are going to come back for yet another penalty to the Sharks, and this time it is going to be a yellow card for them. It's going to be the weekend special. Well, no, it's not going to be the weekend special. In fact, it is going to be Lukanyam who's going to get the marching orders here as he takes one for the team. 3 points are on offer here, and the Stormers are going to take it right in front here. It is the Stormers who's going to take the 3 points here. Lukanya off to the bench. Well, too many penalties conceded there by the Sharks, and Lukanya goes to the bin. You can never play rugby only with racehorses. You need donkeys also. Sharks brought down too many show ponies. Shark Brain says Stormers lineout is very bad. Right, so let's see Manny Lebok with a kick, and that one is going to go straight through. So the first points of the game goes to the Stormers, 5 points to 3. It is the Sharks still leading, but they now with one man short as the captain have been sent to the bin. Right, 21 minutes gone in this one. The first quarter of the game gone. As Peter Chamberlain now will restart this game for the Sharks. Sharks discipline letting themselves down at the moment. Like Andrew Warren mentioned just a couple of comments back. Right, here we go. Deep kick in from him, taken by Angela Davids. And another penalty is going to come the way of the Stormers now. This time against Makazole Mapimpi for playing the player in the air. And it's just some terrible mistakes from the Sharks here with discipline at the moment. Manny Lebok now with the kick. Gonna find touch on the 10-meter line inside his own half. Struggling with his line kicks at the moment. Right, Anima Wee says Sharks need to win here. Right, so Skaran Tabeni gets it up to Marvin Woody now. Here comes Manny Lebok. Oh, the pass knocked on again by Dan du Plessis now. Tupaya with the ball through the back door, but it all goes messy as Sanatla kicks it forward. But we will come back for that knock-on from Dan du Plessis. That's his second knock-on of the game. This time, nothing wrong with the pass, really. Dan du Plessis just didn't run onto it as planned. Right, so 5 meters outside of the Stormers, 22 now. And there's a chance here for the Sharks to hit back again. So Shark Brain says they're going to send the whole Shark team off, or what? Shark Brain says, what kind of captaincy is this from the Stormers? There's a man down, they go for post. Exactly my point. Scarlett Benny is a useless hooker. Please get rid of him. We need a better hooker. Well, there was talks of having Malcolm Marx come to the Stormers, but it's just never really happened at all. And then please, Dobson, put Willems on 12 and put Galant on. Grant Williams now with the feet to the scrum here for the Sharks. Remember, the Sharks are a man down at the moment. Oh, they milked the penalty here, and the advantage to the Sharks now. Picked up off the back by Buthelezi. Remember, Sharks advantage now. Grant Williams, Bongi Bunambi. Bongi Bunambi sets it up for the Sharks now. Grant Williams just calling his players to the left-hand side. Oxnashire now. He takes it up about 10 meters out from the try line. Another penalty advantage coming for the Sharks now. Bunambi. Bunambi drives it up for the Sharks. Now Chamberlain tries to pass it, but nearly intercepted by Manny Libok. And we are going to come back for another penalty to the Sharks then. And one will feel that the Sharks might want to go for goal here just to get the time running down a little bit here. Right, so they got 2 penalties here. Oh, the Sharks are not going to go for goal. They are going to go for touch, it seems here. Not move. Oh, yeah, they are going to have a shot. So Thomas Atoy, the captain, then now, as Lukanyam is still in the bin. Mike Vivi says, thank you, loving your commentary. Thanks, Mike Vivi. Shark Brain says, Galant coming on second half is also very dangerous. And this ref sounds very trigger happy. Yeah, he is very trigger happy at the moment, but I think he's playing the game quite nicely at the moment. I mean, yellow card to the Sharks, keep giving away penalties, and then now penalizing the Stormers as well on numerous occasions. So very consistent in his refereeing so far, but definitely trigger happy. Remember to go and vote, guys. 66 votes on the channel. Who's going to win this Coastal Derby? Sharks currently leading with 52%, Stormers 47%, and 2% for the draw. Barry says, I agree. Sorry, I missed the other game. What was the score? So, what was the scoreline between the Bulls and the... I didn't even remember what the score was, Barry, but the Bulls won quite comfortably in the end there. Right, so the Sharks with the kick goes over, and it's 8 points to 3 then for the Sharks here after about 26 minutes in this game. 8 points to 3, the Sharks lead. Lukanya, I'm still in the bin for the Sharks. Manny Libok will restart this, but so far it's been a very tightly contested game, but the Stormers are basically their own worst enemy at the moment, just making little mistakes at vital times in this one so far. Right, Manny Libok with a restart into the hands of Jean-André Labuskachny. He's going to charge his way up. Still inside his own 22. Good defense from the Stormers there. Grant Williams waiting for it to the back. And this time a much better kick over the top from him. The chase from Kazola Mapimpi, but beautifully taken by Angelo Davids. This time Herschel Yankees now. Kitsov gets it out to Manny Libok. Libok with the pass. It's been knocked on again by the Stormers. And it's going to be a scrum down to the Sharks. The Stormers could argue and say that the Sharks was they offside? There's a big call or question there, as the Sharks backline did heat up very, very quickly. But it is going to be a scrum down to the Sharks. Then the Sharks have the second best scrum success rate with 97.2% this season, according to the URC statistics. But the Stormers, their own worst enemy at the moment. Shark Brain says, I want to see a drop goal from Buta Chamberlain. So 32 points to 10 was the score according to Kunrad. I just can't remember what the outcome was. I did the commentary, but I can't remember the scoreboard. Shark Shark Brain says Kitsov probably not the best choice for captain. Well, going through the list of names that there is, who would you have made captain? Because I know Adams van der Rijn is captaining the Currie Cup side, and you have the likes of, well, there's nobody really else. Ruan Nel could have been captain, but there wasn't a lot of candidates for the captaincy. Angela David's gonna give a seasoned campaigner like Mapimpi a hard time. Right, so back to the action here, guys. It is Shark scrum here on the 10-meter line inside their own half, and it is going to be Grant Williams to feed this ball in for the Sharks. This time a good hit by the Stormers. Will the Sharks be able to get this one out? Yes, they do. Now Grant Williams going the blind side, trying to go on his own. Up over halfway, he goes brought down now by Manny Libok. Chandre Labaskafni out to Thomas Tatue. Sharks looking strong. Now they need a scrum half. Will they be counter-rucked? No, they've still got the ball. Is the Sharks now? Grant Williams under pressure there. And the penalty goes against the Stormers there. Well. Off their feet is the call from, or in at the side is the call from the referee. So, again, the call just going 50-50 there against the Stormers there, really. And the Sharks are going to have another shot at goal here from between the halfway and the 10-meter line inside Stormers' half. Albert Tuta says, I did not think it would be this close, but still think it's going to be Sharkies by 15. So I said between 5 and 10 points. I always expected a close, contested game. Sharks backline massively overrated, they say. So, yeah, I don't know if they're highly overrated, but likes of Grant Williams, Buta Chamberlain, youngsters coming through, Makazola Mapimpi, try-scoring machine. Sabun Nkosi probably not in the best of form at the moment. Lukanya, probably one of the best centers in world rugby. Tupaya, I haven't seen too much of, so can't really go on that one. And Apalile Fassi, one of the true youngsters to come through. So not 100% agree with you that one, but it's your opinion and it's some good banter as well. So what's the problem now? Sharks taking too long to kick that ball. What just happened there? Oh, my goodness gracious me. Buta Chamberlain took too long to kick the ball, and now it's going to be a scrum down to the Stormers. Well. What do you know? Scrum down to the Stormers between the 10 and the halfway. So this is the first time that I've ever seen this happen. So it's going to be a scrum down to the Stormers. Buta Chamberlain taking too long with the kick. First time ever. Not having the greatest of games so far, Buta Chamberlain for the Sharks. Herschel Yankees to feed this ball at scrum time now for the Stormers. Right, Herschel Yankees now. Oh, scrum goes down and it's going to be a reset only. Sazi Zandi struggling against Oxnashire today. You can see Ox really have grown as a player. So, Shark Brain says Sharks will put up a nice lead before half time. And then Achilles says, I'm not one of the best in the world rugby, just SA rugby. But he is really good. Unprofessional, but poor from a pro player. Exactly. You can't make mistakes like that. I did say it earlier in a game between the Lions and the Bulls as well. Fred Zeilinger missing that kick to touch really could have made a big difference in that game going into halftime. So you need to really, if you're a professional player, you need to make sure that you do that. But I'm sure he'll never make it. He'll never make that mistake again. Right, Shark Brain says, did Buta forget his crutches at home or what? Andre Warren says, put Tito on. He's on the bench. Want to see how it goes. And then, do you channel will be a box soon? I I do rate him, but he needs more experience. Yeah, so for those of you guys who haven't done haven't seen the interview that I've done with Buta Chamberlain, it is on my channel. You guys can go and have a look at that. He's got some Springbok ambitions, and he would love to be selected this year already and make his way to the World Cup in 2023. But he'll definitely need more experience. He's got this whole season to prove himself. And so far, well, he's not been convincing, to be quite honest. But let's give him a bit of a chance. And Andrew Warren says Chamberlain is good. Yeah, I know he is. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Gilly says, Buta knows Guru is watching. He will make up for it soon. Yeah, let's see if he can make up for it. Shark Prince says South Africa is a problem. Is there well, are there any future flyers? There's a lot of them. Right, anyway, back to the game. The Stormers now with a scrum down here. And a good scrum from the Stormers, but the penalty goes the way of the Sharks there. Well, driving inwards is the call from Marius van der Westhuizen. And the Sharks will probably have another shot at goal from here. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Standing up in the scrum is the call from the referee. And, Buta Chamberlain might have another opportunity here. Buta can go play for China if you're going to perform like that. Well, hopefully you'll pick up his name real soon, guys. Right, so the Sharks have opted to go for goal again. He's got 40 seconds left to kick this penalty. So Buta Chamberlain now lining it up. Needs to make sure that he doesn't waste time on this kick. 30 seconds left. Still lining it up. Right, let's see. 20 seconds left on the kick. Right, he's going for it now. And he struck it to the right of the post, so not over. And that's another mistake from Buta Chamberlain. 8 points to 3 it remains. As Stormers have a 22-meter restart. And I think Lukanyam is back on the field as well now for the Sharks. Right, let's see what happens with this one. Manny Libok now with a deep restart here into the hands of Buta Chamberlain now. Buta Chamberlain going high up in the air. Sabun Nkosi is now chasing this one down. Gets there, but well done by Damian Willems. Gets it 5 meters outside of the 22 now. Marvin Uri tackled by Oxnashire. Herschel Yankees waiting again. Now gets it out to Manny Libok. Pressure on him. Gets the kick away. Beautifully picked up here by Apalile Fassi now with a chip kick over the top himself. Chase coming from him. There's nobody at the back, but it's going to be... Oh, what a mistake from Damian Willems. Allowing that ball to bounce once, and Apalile Fassi nearly got it. But looks like he stepped into touch on that one as well. Let's have another look at this one. Did well to chase that kick down. The chase was on Angela Davids. Well, they all got covered back. No, the ball was already in touch. So Damian Willems are doing well there. Should be a Stormers line out 10 meters out from their own try line. Is Kolisi playing? Yes, he is playing. Right. Line out taken by Marvin Uri. We haven't seen a lot from Sia Kolisi so far in this game. Or is he playing? No, Sia is on the field. We just haven't seen too much from him so far. Right, Herschel Yankees now waiting for this ball. 5 meters out from his own try line, right under the post here. Tries to go with a box kick over the top himself. That's not going to find touch. But the chase coming from Angela Davids. Playing Mapimpi in the air. So penalty advantage. Now they get it. And it is a penalty to the Sharks then. And with 5 minutes to go in this first half, it's really been scrappy at times in this game. 8 points to 3. The Sharks lead, and now they've got the penalty on the 22-meter line. Not finding a lot of distance with that kick. was Chamberlain. Andrew Warren says Willemse is much better in my opinion. I just think Gelant is better than Willemse. I truly believe Gelant is playing brilliantly at fullback, and Damien Willemse should be tested at inside centre. Antoinette Gerber says Gelant better. Stormers should have had them both on the field. I mean, surely you got two really good youngsters on the field, well, on the team, and you don't field them, and both with the potential to play a lot of Springbok rugby. So, yeah, it just doesn't make sense as they are going to go upstairs here to. And Dion Fourie. Yeah, Dion Fourie is in trouble again. Well, you could say that the Sharks player held on to him and instigated that whole situation. But there was nothing in that, really. Holding the player back. Oh, he was, well, it's the second go that they might have to want to have a look at. The first slap, really nothing. Second one, gave him a nice slap on the head. Is Dion Fourie for Ruben van Heerden. So I don't know if that's going to warrant a yellow card or a penalty, but yeah, it's a tough one, but we'll see what the referee decides. I personally feel that the Shark player was the one that held him back or held onto him, and he just tried to release himself. So whether his response was enough to revert the penalty, we'll have to wait and see. But Dion Fourie in a bit of trouble. 5 minutes left in this first half, and it's been really stop and go, really, in this one. Not living up to the expectations that much at the moment. Right, so the referee is calling Dion Fourie. So let's see what the call will be. Does Willemse even know which position is his best? Sharp brain. Yeah, so Ruben van Heerden has also been called forward. So I guess nothing will happen from that. I think the Sharks should be the ones that get penalized here. But we'll see what happens to Dion Fourie. Will that penalty be reverted back to the Sharks for that? Right, no audio from my side, so we'll just see which way it goes. But yeah, it is what it is. We're just going to play on. Nothing's going to happen from it. So it's going to be a Sharks. Penalty to the Sharks then. Inside the 22 of the Stormers, and they're going to go for touch here. So the Sharks then winning that penalty, more so for the fact that Dion Fourie retaliated. So the Sharks now with a throw into this line at Bongi Benambi with a throw into this line, finds on the try line, finds Ruben van Heerden. Sharks all formed now, and let's see what's going to happen from this. Bongi Benambi controlling at the back, not going forward at all is the Sharks. In fact, going backwards now, it cuts off the back here. Where's the support play for the Sharks? They do get it now. Grant Williams out to Thomas du Toit. Thomas du Toit 5 meters out from this try line now. It's Oxnard again. Good defense from the Stormers. Grant Williams again gets it out to Hiron Andrews. Sharks been driven backwards, and there's a knock on from the Sharks. And it's going to be a scrum down to the Stormers. Well. Sloppy to say the least. Sharks would love to have Willemse. Queer wanted to buy him 10 million for this service. Why the hate for the guy? No, there's nothing wrong with Willemse. Just, the Stormers tend to play him out of position. They used to play him at 10, where I don't think is his best position. I think 15 is fine, and then he's got the potential to grow into a really good inside center. But at the moment, I don't warrant the selection over Warwick Gelant, because I do believe that Gelant is better at fullback. Right, so Scrum down to the Stormers, 5 meters out from their own try line. And the Sharks can kick themselves for wasted opportunities in this first half. Very, very sloppy game between the two coastal teams at the moment. Shark Brain says a whole Springbok pack going backwards. Well, not completely, because if you look at the Sharks forwards, Pepsi Buthelezi, Jean-Andre Labuschagne, Hiron Andrews, Ruben van Heerden isn't Springboks, but the front row, yes, Thomas de Toey, Bongi and Ox. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Right, so just pull back a minute there. I'm a minute in front. Right, Scrum goes up, and we're going to have a reset Scrum here again. Just really sloppy. It's not been a good game to watch so far. One try only, and it came in the 3rd minute of this game through Lukanya. And since then, it's been argy-bargy, knock-on, kicking, miss-kicking, penalties here, there, everywhere, and it's just not come to life at all. Right, Herschel Yankees to feed this now for a second time. 5 meters out from their own try line. Herschel Yankees takes his time to feed this ball in. Can the Sharks almost defend? Another massive scrum from the Sharks. And the ball spills out the back. Penalty to the Sharks. Massive scrum from the Sharks, putting the Stormers under immense pressure there. And surely he can't miss this one. It's right in front, really, for Boeta Chamberlain. Oh, they're going to go. Oh, they're going for the tap and go here. Bongi Bonambi nearly over the try line, 2 meters out. Grant Williams out to Thomas de Toey. Great defense from the Stormers. Just keeping the Sharks out at the moment. Pick up and go from Pepsi Buthelezi. Sharks still coming. Bonambi. Now 5 meters out. They've been pushed back a little bit. Still going now 2 meters out of the Sharks. Slowly but surely finding their way now. Let's see. Still pick up and go. Hiron Andrews goes in too high on that account. Push back. Penalty advantage Sharks. And here comes the yellow card for the Stormers now. Too many penalties. And it's Dion Fourie who goes off. Yellow card. Is it Dion Fourie? Yes, it is. So Dion Fourie gone off. Yellow card. And here comes the Sharks again now. Pepsi Buthelezi. Is he over the try line? Can't see the grounding of the ball, and this could be held up from the Stormers. Brilliant defense from them, and it could be a goal line dropout. Dia Khaleesi nearly over that try line, or went over the try line. We'll just have to wait and see if a try has been scored or not. But I think they've been held up here. Brilliant defense from the Stormers on that occasion. Yeah, they should have gone for goal. Yeah, it's a goal line dropout to the Stormers. Brilliantly held up. That was a poor decision not for going to poles. Truly, I believe that. Right, a minute to go in this first half. And it's a goal line dropout here for the Stormers. Brilliant defense, however, from them. The deep restart into the hands of Sabuna Kosi out to Boeta Chamberlain. He's going for a drop goal. He's lined it up. He's turned around. It's a brilliant kick from Boeta Chamberlain. And it's 11 points to 3 to the Sharks. That's much better. And a great drop goal from Boeta on that occasion. That's what he's good at. And he just needs to work on his goal kicking a little bit. But that's a brilliant strike. And it's 11 points to 3 to the Sharks. Right, so the ref liked the sound of the whistle, says one of the comments as well. So time's up on the clock, but we will have one last restart as it's going to be kicked into touch by Jean-Andre Labuschagne for halftime here. And it's the Sharks 11 and the Stormers 3. So a very, very sloppy game, to say the least. The Sharks have left at least 9 points on the park in that first half, which I agree completely. And Shark Brain says the Stormers are missing Jeff van Roos. Absolutely missing a valuable player in that regard. Shark Brain says, Buddha just took the penalty again. Yeah, basically that's what he did. So yeah, what a first half. If you really want to put it that way, it's been very disappointing. But for a Shark point of view, a lead is a lead, and we've seen 2 yellow cards in that first half as well. So plenty happening in that first half. So I'm going to take a quick break, but when I do come back, guys, we will be doing the second half of this game, so don't go anywhere. Right, we are back here for the second half, guys. So, the Sharks leading 11 points to 3 at halftime, but it's been a really sloppy game so far between the two sides. Way too many handling errors. Like one of the comments said that it looks like Marius van der Resta is now very trigger happy. So, a hell lot of penalties given away in that first half by both teams. What looks like the lineouts are pretty evenly matched. The scrum time, the Sharks are winning quite easily at the moment, which is quite surprising to say the least. But the Stormers definitely missing Van Roos today. Not the same firepower at the ruck time and at the breakdowns, but we'll see how it goes anyway. Let's quickly go through the teams just to see how things have gone so far. The player ratings. Apelida Facias looked good when he had hand in ball. His defense have been solid. Sabun Nkosi trying valiantly, but a little bit too over-eager at times. And then Lukanya getting a yellow card, taking one for the team there for too many penalties conceded. Also scored the only, the only try of the game so far in the 3rd minute. Then Ben Tupaya has been strong on defense. Apart from that, he hasn't really seen much of the ball. Makazola Mapimpi's trying here and there. Buddha Chamberlain has had a sweet and sour match so far, getting that drop goal towards the end of the first half and then missing didn't miss 2 penalties, he missed 1, and then also the conversion. Also took too long with 1 penalty and gave away a scrum to the Stormers instead of going for goal. So sweet and sour from him. Grant Williams, also not the greatest of game from the young 9. His box kicking hasn't been that great. His deliveries have been quite good, faster at the breakdown, but improvement needed from the Sharks for sure. Forward-wise, they've been solid. Pepsi with the Leslie Genre, Muscatney, and Sia Kolisi doing the hard yards. Sia Kolisi not with much ball in hand, but he's been a workhorse at the breakdown, being the first guy at the breakdown every single time. Hiron Andrews, Ruben van Heerden doing well at scrum time and line-up time. Thomas de Toy, Bongi, and Ox dominating the Stormers front row at the moment. So, a lot of work needs to be done from the Sharks side. So too also from the Stormers side. If you look at their player ratings so far, Damian Willems has been solid at the back. Angela Davids have definitely stood his ground against Makazola Mapimpi. Ruanel, not having seen the ball that much, has been strong in defense. Rikas Pretoria has obviously been replaced by Dan du Plessis. Just before the game, he pulled a hamstring in practice. So Dan du Plessis has had an awful game, to be quite honest. A couple of knock-ons here and there, slipped the tackle also here and there. So not having the greatest of games is Rikas Pretorius. And then Sinatla's hardly seen any ball. Manny Libok, he's been okay. And then Herschel Yankee's delivery has been solid. Maybe better of the 2 scrum offs on the field at the moment. Then for the forwards, Achiva Diamani, Adams van Rijn, and Dion Fourie has stood their man quite nicely. Diamani not seen a lot in this game, probably not where he's supposed to be at the moment. Adams van Rijn has done the hard donkey work. Dion Fourie has had a sweet and sour game as well, getting yellow card just on the stroke of halftime. Been penalised a couple of times for his discipline. So, probably not the best game from him either. And then Marvin Uri, Andre Smith doing well at line-out time. But Sazi Zandi, Skara, and Kitsov are struggling at scrum time against the Sharks outfit at the moment. If you look at what the bench have to offer for these both teams, Andre Higo Venter, Leon Lyons, and Brock Harris for the front row, you can't really say it would be a better bench if you consider the players that's already on the field. And then the likes of Namakaba could come in and try and work on that breakdown for him, but he also tends to give away quite a lot of penalties. Marcel Tienerson being promoted to the bench from the Currie Cup side. Paul de Wet, Dan du Plessis he's playing at the moment, so I'm not sure who the replacement is. And then Warwick Gelant have the opportunity to come on in that second half. Maybe pull Damian Willems to inside centre and put Warwick Gelant at full back. Then for the Sharks on the bench, we've got Karen van Vieren, Tuka Machuna, Kucha Machuna, Daniel Higu, Henko Venter, Jaden Hendrickse, Tito Vanilla, and Jeremy Ward. So a good backline for this, or a good replacement bench for the Sharks in that second half with Shirley Karen van Vieren and Tuka Machuna going to fire them up. Reniel Hugo is an open player, loves the open quick play, and then Henko Venter will bring some stability, while Jaden Hendricks and Tito Vanilla could also make a difference in that second half. Quickly going to go and have a look at the comments section. Andrew Warren says, just hope they use him with Tito Vanilla. Some serious muscle on the bench and a wizard in Tito Vanilla. Super excited about him being there. And then Ruas is boss, Bob Colors soon. Stephen Mark says, go Sharks. Andrew Warren says, Sharks have a strong bench. Stormers will be back for that second half. Willemse will be a master along with Geland. So definitely looking forward to see that combination between Geland and Willemse. Yeah, and that's about it for the comments as well. So looking forward to a really good second half here, guys. It's at the moment the Sharks who's leading by 8 points, but still a lot to come in the second half. And hopefully we'll see a much better game. Less penalties, less knock-ons, and a little bit more of a free-flowing game in that second half. Right, so the players are now back onto the field, and we should get underway. Don't forget to go and vote, guys. We've got 110 votes on the poll at the moment. The Sharks leading that voting poll by 53%. Stormers getting 46 and a draw at 1%. So very tight poll here at the moment. So it can still go any way at the moment. Who do you think is going to win this? And let me know who you guys think is going to be the man of the match for this game. At this stage, Oxnashire is having a monster of a game for the Sharks, and he's definitely my man of the match so far in this game. Right, so Boeta Chamberlain will get the second half underway for us, and let's hope we've got a very good second half on our hands in this one, regardless of who takes the W. Right, so Marius van der Westhuizen looks on his watch, sets it up, and here we go for the second half, guys. It's Boeta Chamberlain to get us underway for the second half. A high-hanging kick taken by Adams van der Rijn just outside of his own 22 now. Herschel Yankee setting up the ruck. Will he go on his own here with the box kick over the top maybe? Looks like he will be doing just that. And the chase coming now from the Stormers early on in the second half. It's picked up by Pepsi Boudelesian halfway now for the Sharks. Quick recycle ball for them. Grant Williams out to Apalile Fassi, who goes high up in the air. Makazola Mapimpi is chasing after this, but it's Manny Libok who takes the mark inside the 22. So it is going to be a mark made inside the 22 of the Stormers. Great work from Manny Libok there. And he's going to look for touch, and he's going to not find it. So Apalile Fassi out to Boeta Chamberlain now. He goes high up into the air. Chase coming from Apalile Fassi between the 10 and the 22. Beautifully taken by Fassi. And the Sharks have got front football now. Need support quickly here. Here's the Sharks now. Grant Williams disrupted, and the Stormers have turned this ball over. But a little knock on from Money. But I think we're coming back for the first knock from the Sharks. So an opportunity goes to waste there for the Sharks. Not quick enough at the breakdown there. And after some great work from the weekend special, just no support there in the end. So scrum down comes to the Stormers now. Between the 10 and the 22 of the Stormers. Albert says Stormers did end well last week, so Sharks need a good buffer. Yeah, that is true. So the first 2 minutes of the second half is gone, and the Sharks have looked dangerous. Herschel Yankees now with the feet to the scrum here. Needs to have a solid scrum as the Stormers here. Oh, here comes the Sharks with a big push again, but it's secured by the Stormers now. This time round, gets it out as Herschel Yankees to Manny Libok, who kicks it downfield. Penalty advantage, or no, play on, says the referee. Apalila Fasi now with another high kick up into the air. Makazola Mapimpi chasing. Beautifully taken by Manu Lebok in the air on the 10-meter line inside Stormers half. Now Herschel Yankees gets it out to Stephen Kutzer. Was there a forward pass? Yes, it is. But a knock on as well. So, yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to do about it. But it is going to be a scrum down it either way for the forward and the knock on. The forward pass and the knock on. So the pass out of Kutzer to Andre Smith went forward, and then Andre Smith knocked it on as well. So either way, scrum down to the Sharks on the 10-meter line inside Stormers half. Musabar says, Stormers, we can do this. These Sharks are Muppets. Right, so 11 points to 3 it is. Scrum down to the Sharks on the Stormers 10-meter line. Will we see some magic here in the second half? Well, set play move may be on the cards here as Grant Williamson, Pepsi Budelezi having a talk there. Right, let's see what's going to happen with this one. Oh, big scrum from the Stormers. But the scrum goes down, and it will be another Sharks put in. Stormers dominating that scrum on that occasion, and Kitsov can't believe it. He was thinking penalty. Big scrum from the Stormers on that occasion. Could have easily gone the way of the Stormers there for the penalty, but the referee decided to have another one before he penalizes anybody. Andrew Warren says Stormers are going to lose to Muppets. And then Just Jason says, come on, the mighty Muppets. Libok showed him, show all these haters. So Libok has been quite phenomenal for the Stormers as of late. Definitely finding his feet at the Stormers. Right, Grant Williams with a throw in to the scrum here. Much better scrum from the Sharks this time round. As Grant Williams gets it out to Apalila Fasi. There's a bit of space here for the Sharks. And Apalila Fasi gets it out to Makazola Mapimpi over the 22-meter line, now brought down. Can the Sharks get quick ball here? They need a scrum off first and foremost. Iron Andrews is going to stand in that scrum off here for the Sharks. Gets it up to the big boys. Taken up by Ruben van Heeren. Where is Grant Williams? Taking way too long with this one. Gets it out to Buddha Chamberlain now. Pongi Manambi. Pongi Manambi over the 22-meter line. He goes right in the middle of the field. Sharks still have possession here. Gets it out to Oxness here. Gets the offload out to Apalile Fasi. Steps past out Chiva Diamani. Puts a little step in. It's going to be Makazola Mapimpi over in the corner here. It's a try to the Sharks. And what a little tap through from them. As the Sharks strike quickly here in the second half. Try time to the Sharks. A little stab through from the Sharks, giving Makazola Mapimpi a bit of space there. Apalila Fasi. And the Sharks get in for their second try of this game. Let's just check the footing. Yeah, nothing wrong with that one. Try time to the Sharks. Did the grounding stick though? Let's just have a look at that quickly. Whoa. Did he have control over that ball? Yes, he had. So the try has been confirmed by the referee. And yeah, it's going to be a tough road back for the Stormers now. Albert Dritter says a bridge too far for the Stormers now. It's far from over though, Albert. So I wouldn't say quite that it's over yet. Let's see, Buddha Chamberlain right from the left-hand touchline in the, well, on the whitewash, basically. A difficult kick coming up for him. This one is going to go far off to the left. So definitely needs to work on his goal kicking as Buddha Chamberlain. But a great try. Great pass from Oxnard there. And Apalile Fasi, brilliant with a little stab through. Makazola Mapimpi finishes it off. 16 points to 3 it is. Right, Andrew Warren says 100 watching and only 27 likes. Guys, press that like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Show your support to the channel You can become a member as well for as low as 20 Rand a month. Andrew Warren says, come on, guys. So here we go again, the restart from the Stormers. And let's see what the call from the referee is this time round. It's guys are in front of the kicker. So another bad mistake from the Stormers on that occasion. Angelo Davids in front of the kicker there. And the Stormers have slipped up again. Should be, well, it's not a penalty. It's only going to be either a scrum. So scrum down here to the Sharks on halfway with plenty of space left and right. With Apalila Fassi on the left-hand side and Peter Chamberlain on the right-hand side. So we'll see which way it goes. Right, another big scrum penalty to the Sharks on halfway. Quickly taken by Grant Williams now. He snipes through the gap here. Still going is Grant Williams. Needs support, finds Betsy with Alessi. Just 10 meters out from the try line now is the Shark. Grant Williams. And it's intercepted by Herschel Yankees. But the referee's going to call them back. Think offside from the Stormers. Or was there a little knock on? I think it's only a little knock on. Well, the Sharks on fire now. I think it's a little knock on as Dion Fourie comes back onto the field. Served these 10 minutes in the bin. Which the boss says it's not over until the boogeyman comes on, gents. And then Andrew Warren says to say thanks to Guru. Thanks, Andrew, for your support as well. Right, Warwick Galant replaces Angelo Davids. And he goes off the field. And it's going to be interesting to see which way they're going to go with this one now. Will Galant stay at the win? So it's going to be a Sharks put in for a knock-on from Herschel Yankees. Just 10 meters out from the try line, about 10 meters from the left-hand touchline as well. Grant Williams now to feed this ball in for the Sharks. Solid scrum from the Sharks now. They could be milking the penalty here from this one. Yes, they've got it. Penalty advantage, and they get the penalty as well. So the Stormers are struggling at scrum time, and it's very surprising given that Kitsoff is there. Sazi Zandi might have to be replaced here. Kitsoff, well, Marius van der Westhuizen having a chat with Steven Kitsoff now, but I would assume that he is telling him to stop giving away the penalties at scrum time. Sazi Zandi, definitely the weakest link there. Sharks, what do they decide to do here? Looks like they're going to have a shot at goal. Yes, Lekanyam signals to the referee that they will be going for the free-pointer there. So, yeah. Just Jason, haven't been watching these games for 2 years. All these games being meaningless. Andrew Warren says, common, only 34 likes now, you lazy buggers. Come on, guys, press that like button and subscribe if you are new to this channel. Stormers and Lions have so much in common. Both stayed on 3 points most of the games, says Shark Brain. Right, so Buddha Chamberlain now to have the shot at goal. Let's see if he can get this one. That's much better strike. And an extra 3 points to the Sharks as they now go into the lead, 19 points to 3. And a tough road now for the Stormers to get back. As they make the replacements, Brock Harris comes on for Sazi Zandi. And hopefully that will stabilize the Stormers scrum. 130 votes, 55% saying the Sharks will win it. Right, so here we go, guys. Manny Liddock with the restart now, and that's a good kick, but it's been knocked on by Hiron Andrews, and then knocked on by Scudder and Tubeni as well. So it's going to be a scrum down to the Stormers, 5 meters outside of the Sharks 22, and that's a bad mistake from Hiron Andrews. Right, let's see how this scrum is going to go with Brock Harris now on the field for the Stormers. Just Jason says, you haven't missed much, just been getting wiped by the UK teams. And then were there any changes in the Shark team after halftime? There was none made at halftime, Andrew. So the Sharks still playing with the same 15 that they started with. And Shark Brain says, just Jason, you got a big European teams have not played a single game in South Africa. So, yeah, knowing that the South African teams have been getting wiped by the UK teams, the fact is that they haven't come to South Africa just yet to play. Right, here comes the Stormers now. Herschel Yankees on the back, out to Warwick. Gets the pass out to Willemse, and Willemse is going to score in the corner for the Stormers. And this game is back on now. Brilliant combination from Geland and Willemse. Geland with a beautiful offload, and Willemse with the strength to go over the try line here. Not an easy try at all. Brilliant offload. Took two defenders is Damian Willemse on that chart. Beat Jean-André Laviskachny and Ben Tupaya for the try. There might be a bit of a question mark whether that pass from Geland went forward. But no, the referee's not going to go upstairs for it. And it is going to be a conversion attempt now from Manny Lebok. Sharks Brain says, game on. Absolutely. Stormers right back in this one now. Important that Manny Lebok get this conversion over for the Stormers as well. Right, difficult kick coming up for Manny Lebok. And that one is going to go and pull to the left of the post. So 19 points to 8 it stays. It's the Sharks leading here with about 27 minutes to go. As Jaden Hendricks is going to replace Grant Williams, who had a good showing. Not the best games Grant Williams have ever had, but a decent enough effort from him. As the one Springbok replaces the other one. Well, Grant Williams, in fact, not a Springbok just yet. He was in the Springbok group, I think it was, if I'm correct. Right, Buddha Chamberlain with the restart, then a high-hanging kickoff. And beautifully taken by Willemse. Willemse sets it up just outside the 22 now of the Stormers. Herschel Yankees out to Diamani having a good run there. Now the offload. Oh, it's been knocked on by the Stormers. And now Oxnashir's got possession to Paya. Out to Ruben van Heerden. He's caught on the 10-meter line of the Stormers now. Jaden Hendricks gets it out to Buddha Chamberlain with a little cross kick here. And, well, nothing really happening there. Don't know whether he knocked it on or went straight into one of the Stormers players. But we're going to come back for that knock-on from the Stormers. And a good opportunity now for the Sharks. As one of the players are down injured at the moment. It is Jean-André Laviskachny who's down at the moment. Where's Willemse playing now, Uncle Guru? So it looks like Willemse is still at fullback with Geland still on the wing. So no differences really from what it used to be. So Willemse at 15 and Warwick Geland at on the right wing, it seems. Or as Willemse now, no, it looks like Willemse had moved to the wing and Geland is slotted into the fullback. This is still not actually a game. Sharks still lead with a substantial score, says Shark Brain. Andrew Warren says, we got a game, I like it. So, yeah, it's still a good lead for the Sharks, however. But Jaden Hendrickson now to feed this ball in for the Sharks, just between the 22 and the 10-meter line of the Stormers. So the Stormers will have to know their defensive efforts here. Jaden Hendrickson now to feed this ball for the Sharks. Come on. Don't waste time. Here we go. Solid scrum this time round from both sides. The Sharks are starting to move forward, but the scrum goes up and the referee will reset this one. So the Sharks are looking to get another penalty from scrum time. And the fact that Brock Harris did push up means that they are under pressure. Yeah, Jean-Andre Labuskaghni will have to leave the field, says the referee. He needs to go for a head assessment test. So on the field will come Henko Venter now, surely. Yeah, Henko Venter is coming on. Jean-Andre Labuskaghni quickly going for a head assessment test. And I don't think they lose too much on that one. Henko Venter, also a valuable player at the Shark Tank nowadays, coming from the Cheetahs. Yeah, knee straight to the head of Jean-Andre Labuskaghni. That's the reason for the test. Right, Jaden Hendricks feeds that ball in. Another big scrum from the Sharks. But this time the penalty goes the way of the Stormers. Wheeling the scrum is the call from the referee. And the Stormers will be happy with that one. Right, really how many players actually comes from the Natal area, all hired soldiers from the province region. Someone in the chat still thinks Stormers can win here. 25 minutes on a rugby game is a lot of time, gents. That's true. So the Stormers get the penalty out to round about between the 10 and the halfway line inside Sharks territory. Sharks will be very disappointed with that penalty. Area where they've dominated this whole game so far. Right, Scudder with a throw-in. He is going to find Andre Smith. Good line out from the Stormers. Now a good driving more from the Stormers. Up over the 10-meter line. Now Scudder into Benny gets it up to Mani Livok. Now Chiva Diamani goes up to the 10-meter line now. Herschel Yankees with the box kick over the top. Here comes the chase. The bounce of the ball isn't kind to Makasola Mapimpi. He's going to try and run it from his own in-goal area, but Phillips has got him covered. And let's see what the call is going to be. Yeah, it touched his finger as he went over. And yeah, let's see what the call's going to be here. I'm not sure what the rules state, but I think it's going to be a 5-meter scrum to the Stormers. Yes, it is. So a big scrum coming up for the Stormers now. Johannes Payne says, yes, Stormers with 5. What happened to Kirkpatrick? Did he go back to university? Says Shark Brand. I'm not sure who that is. Dobson, how can you buy such a mean prop? Brock Harris, he was okay player 10 years ago with Eddie Pye. Right, let's see what's going to happen now, guys. A big scrum coming up for the Stormers. 5 meters out from the Sharks try line. Good opportunity here as the scrum goes down and it's another reset. So we'll see what happens with the next one. 20 minutes to play basically in this game, and it's 19 points to 8 to the Sharks. But the Stormers can now. If they want to win this game, it's going to be this moment of playing this one here. If the Stormers want to win this game, they need to score a try from here. Either a try or a penalty at least. 19 points to 8. It's an 11-point game at the moment. Big scrum. Looking solid. Now Herschel Yankees gets it out to Willems. Good defense there from Tupaya. Herschel Yankees waiting for that ball, but a big counter-ruck penalty advantage to the Stormers. Andre Smith now puts his head down just 2 meters out from the Sharks try line. Herschel Yankees out to Murray Levok. He's knocked it on, but we're coming back for the penalty to the Stormers now. 20 minutes left in this one. It's Kulisi penalized there for coming in from the side. And let's see what the Stormers decide. Thomas Latway have stayed down for the Sharks here. And, well, they might just want to stop the clock. They're not going to stop the clock for this as the kick from Manny Lewak goes into touch 5 meters out from the try line. I think they've stopped the clock now. Andrew Warren says not many players from the province area, even Sia and Bonambi aren't originally from the province area. Okay, so 5-meter line out here to the Stormers now. And a good opportunity for them to get back into this game. It's now or never for the Stormers. One feels if they can score from here, the momentum will be with this, will be on their side. And from there, it can only get better for them. Scudder and Tubeni with a throw into this line out. Who's going to be the jumper here? Are the Sharks going to contest, or will they leave it to contest the maul instead? Big line out coming up for Scudder here. They are going to go to the back here. Sharks contest and wins the line out. Jaden Hendricks kicks it downfield straight into the hands of Manny Levak. Here's trouble for the Sharks. It's Warwick Kalan. Beats up Alila Fassi on the 22-meter line. Gets it out to Dion Fourie. Good defense from the Sharks, however. Just outside of the 22 now, the Stormers. Gets it out to Aaron van Rijn. Driven back in the tackle there by Oxnashire. Now Herschel Yankees cuts off. Manny Levak, Warwick Kalan. Oh, the Sharks have picked that ball. But a knock-on from Apilile Fassi into the hands of Sanatla. Sanatla now is going to have a run here. Now it's Warwick Kalan with a little kick ahead. The grubber kick. The chase is on now. It's Maka Zoloma Pimpi waiting for it to go over the try line and just pushes it down. So it should be a goal line dropout from here for the Sharks. Storm wasting another valuable opportunity. Should have scored from there. Didn't do so. And yeah, it is what it is. Rondon says Shark round also positive for the Stormers. 2 quick tries with conversion. Stormers are useless today. Can't believe I gave them a chance. And then we've got the Stormers. We've got the Sharks. Muppets, says Mutabas. Please take Scudder off. He's no good. Right, so in possession now is the Stormers from that restart. But there's a penalty against the Stormers there. Looks like there was a knock-on and then played in an offside position. So penalty to the Sharks on the 10-meter line inside their own half. Bad mistake again from the Stormers. As Buta Chamberlain will now kick this downfield for the Sharks here. Boogeyman, says Musa Boss. So that kick is going to go into the 22 of the Stormers. And the Sharks now 5 meters inside of the 22 of the Stormers. Yeah, it was deemed that the players was in front of the kicker at the time. So that was what the penalty was for. Right, Bonambi now with the throw-in to this lineup. Namakaba coming on to the field in the place of Dion Fourie for the Stormers. Another young prospect for the Stormers, replacing the veteran Dion Fourie, who's had a sweet and sour match. Right, so the Sharks now with a lineup 5 meters inside the 22 of the Stormers need to take this opportunity. If they can score from here, it's game over. But we'll see. There's plenty of time left in this one. Bonambi with the throw into this lineup. Taken by Hiron Andrews, driving more form by the Sharks now, but going backwards in the process. Now Makazola Mapimpi takes it off the back, tries to go on his own there. Now Jaden Hendricks out to Henko Fenter. Henko Fenter drives it up for the Sharks. Good support from the Sharks players now. Jaden Hendricks gets it out to Oxnashire. Oxnashire driving forward. Jaden Hendricks now. Oh, Chamberlain has knocked it on, but a penalty goes the way of the Sharks anyway. So that's in a very kickable position, and one feels the Sharks will have to take the 3 points here. Yeah, 11 points the difference, make it 14, 2 converted tries. So either way, penalty goes against Arends van Rijn there. Andrew Warren says Ghostbusters got the boogeyman by the balls. And then Sharkbrain says, too much ignorance in the Stormers camp. They need to wake up. And Joe Randon says, Kom Owens, vat 'n slukkie. And dan wen ons. So, well done to the Sharks who win that penalty. But this game is still far from over as Boeta Chamberlain slots the penalty. 22 points to 8 it is. And still very much anybody's game. This game can still change in the blink of an eye. Remember to go and vote, guys, on the poll. 150 votes. 42% says Stormers. 57% says Sharks. Thomas de Toey off for Kucha Machuna now. And Ntuka Machuna also on the field in the place of Oxnashire, who's had a brilliant game. Right, so close to man of the match performance from Ox today. It is going to be Manny Libok to restart this one for the Sharks now. And not quite sure what happened there. He was out of screen, but the Sharks have got it between the 10 and the halfway line inside their own half. Kieran van Vieren also on the field for the Sharks now. Jaden Hendricks with the box kick over the top. Chase coming now from the Sharks. It is taken beautifully by Gelant now. Here comes Warwick Gelant. Beautiful step from him, but a good tackle on him. And a little bit isolated. Now the ball comes out. Herschel Yankees into a gap. Up over the 10-meter line now for the Stormers. But held up by Apalile Fassi. Will that ball come out for the Stormers? Yes, it will. Now it's Warwick Gelant with a kick downfield. So there's nobody at the back. Mapimpi needs to cover back now for the Sharks. Gets it out to Boeta Chamberlain, who puts it on the boot. And that one is going to find touch. Roundabout on a 10-meter line inside Sharks territory. Still 14 and a half minutes to go. 22 points to 8. Andre Higu Venter also on the field for the Stormers now in the place of Skara and Tubeni. So the chains has been ringed on now from both sides. Shark Brain says, Guru, the game is over. You're just being nice to the Stormers fans. Common Guru, this game is done now. Not quite. Right, Aaron's van Rijn. He takes it up for the Stormers, driving more from them. And here comes the Stormers now. Big driving more from them. Up over the 10-meter line goes the Stormers now. Still going forward is the Stormers now. Still going is the Stormers between the 22 and the 10 now. Can they make something out of this? Penalty advantage coming their way now. Herschel Yankees, Manny Libok. Libok trying to find a gap. Oh, nearly finds it as well. Just short of the 22 now. Herschel Yankees out to Namakaba. Namakaba tackled by Henko Venter. Ball spills out the back. Brock Harris picks it up for the Stormers now. But the referee has blown on the whistle for the penalty. So 5 meters outside of the 22. The Stormers now can put this into touch and take on another driving maul. Manny Libok to put this into touch. Andrew Warren says, I want to see Bonilla run the Sharks backline. Come on now. Been waiting too long. Right, so about 10 meters out from the Sharks try line now. The Stormers have another opportunity. Taking their time to go there. Andre Higu Venter now will attempt this throw-in for the Stormers. Will the Sharks be able to keep them out again? The Stormers have lost 2 lineouts today, having won 8 already. Sharks have lost 0 lineouts today. 7 attempted. Throw in taken by Marvin Worry now. Here comes the driving maul for the Stormers. 10 meters out from the try line. Henko Venter doing well to disrupt this maul from the Stormers. Another penalty advantage coming the Stormers' way. They must score from here. Andre Higu Venter. Can he dot it down? No, he can't. Yeah, it's a penalty try to the Stormers. A 7-pointer goes the way of the Stormers here. The referee's had enough. Penalty try. 22 points to 15. And a massive brawl has turned out on the field now between the two teams. Well. Let's see what happens from this one. But I think, yeah, it's just a bit of a argy-bargy going on there between the two teams. But things heating up a little bit. And a yellow card to the Sharks as well. Who's the one who's been given a yellow card there? Not sure who it is. I think, wow, Makazola Mapimpi not happy with the referee, as it's Kucha Machuna who gets the yellow card. And yeah, like I said, this game is far from over, guys. Massive penalty try there. Kucha Machuna coming in from the side and preventing the try to the Stormers. And now it's a 7-point game. Shark Brain says, I see a draw coming here. Well done, Stormers. Maybe not over, says Paul Hopkin. Right, so the restart and the Sharks nearly getting that ball, but a knock on from a Pimpy, and it's Damian Willems on a run here, making good ground for the Stormers now. Suddenly the Stormers have got a new breath here in this one. Paul de Wet also on the field. Now the ball spills out the back to Manny Libok. Long cut out pass to Warwick Kalan. He's going to try and run this. Gets the offload to Dan Duplessis. Here comes the Stormers. It's Sinatla now up to the 10-meter line. Beats Sabu Nkosi. But Chamberlain makes the tackle on the Sharks 10-meter line. Paul de Wet with a kick over the top now. The charge gone directly into touch. And it's going to be a line out to the Sharks between the 10 and the halfway line inside their own half. The Stormers suddenly playing with new life here. And the Sharks need to be careful now. Well, Boogeyman will come for you. It's not over until the Boogeyman says so. Right, so Andre Warren says, come on, Sharks. But it's a 7-point ball game at the moment, and there's 10 minutes left of it. But the Stormers are looking very dangerous at the moment. Very dangerous indeed from the Stormers. If it wasn't for that box kick over the top, going directly into touch, there would have been big trouble for the Sharks here. We've got about, well, let's just stop the clock, because the clock has been stopped at the moment on 69-29. But 22 points to 15 at the moment. Apalila Fassi has had a great game so far. Showing his highlights, probably man of the match material as well. But I would have gone with Oxnashire for that one. If the Sharks win, of course. Right, roller coaster, says Alfier. Yeah, it has been a roller so far. Right, Nicholas Barrow says, why are you sweating? It's 31 degrees. It's hot. Sharks have won that line out. And, penalty advantage coming for the Sharks now. Jaden Hendricks out to Kieran van Vieren on the 10-meter line inside Sharks territory now. And the referee will call them back for that. Interference at the line out it is. So penalty between the 10 and the halfway line, as Andre Gevente is the guilty party there. Or collapsing the maul is the call from the referee. Right, 10 minutes to go. Bonilla is on the field for the Sharks, finding touch between the 10 and the 22-meter line as well. So, Andrew, you're getting your wish now. Bonilla on the field. And Jeremy Ward as well for the Sharks. So, Ward on for Tupaya. Chance now for the Sharks maybe to pull back, maybe force a penalty from here, just to put it out of the Stormers' reach as far as a converted try goes. So Kieran van Vieren now with the throw into the lineup, finds Ruben van Heerden. Kucha Machuna, or not Kucha. Oh, there's a penalty for the Sharks. Stormers collapsing. Oh, what now? Aaron van Rijn has spoken back to the referee, and we're going to have an extra 10 meters. So penalty just outside of the 22 now, in a very kickable position for the Sharks. 8.5 minutes to go, and Bonilla has now lined up for what will be a tempered goal. Shark Brain says, Guru panicking again here. 10 minutes in a rugby game is a lot, gents. Stormers coming for you, Muppets. And your Randon says, good vibes. Right, so Bonilla to try and put the Sharks ahead by 10 points here. Tito Bonilla. Well, I did say before this game, and in my description, I did say the Sharks by 5 to 10 points. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that this one is as close as it is. Always kind of knew it was going to be a close one. So, Bonilla now with the attempt here. And that one, oh, it hits the upright and back off the inside the dead ball line. It's been dotted down by Paul de Vet now. And it should be a 22-meter dropout here. So still 7 points the difference between the two sides. Tito Bonilla missing that penalty in a very kickable position. On the field comes Ranil Hiku also now for the Sharks. So they've left it behind. There's the Sharks. If the Sharks win here, they will move above the Scarlets to 9th place in the URC, says Shark Brain. Right, taken by Palila Fassi, goes high up into the air now. Chase coming from Ntukamachuna. It's been missed by Warwick Galant now. Paul de Vet have to cover back inside his own 22 now. But the Stormers have managed to get the ball. Dan du Plessis at scrum off here for the Stormers. Gets it out to Andre Hiku Fenter. Good tackle from Kieran van Vieren. Oh, the Sharks have stolen that ball from a knock-on. Now it's Ruben van Heerden out Ntukamachuna. He's going to try, fence off Namakaba there. Now Jaden Hendricks are waiting for this ball. Gets it back to Lukanyam. Long cut pass to Apalila Fassi. Fantastic tackle by Willems on him. Lukanyam has to cover back for that ball. Now the Sharks just outside of 22 now. Jaden Hendricks back to Kieran van Vieren. He sets it up nicely. Jaden Hendricks waiting. Gets it out to Apalila Fassi. Through the hands now, Lukanyam. Gets it out to Lukanyam over the 22-meter line. He goes. 5 meters inside the 22 now. Penalty advantage to the Sharks. Tito Bonilla, will he go quickly? Penalty to the Sharks now. Just 6 minutes left in this one. And the Sharks have won another penalty. Will the Sharks, well, they're not going to go for goal. They're going to go for touch instead. So 5 meters out now. Line out coming up. Don't know if that was the right decision, but if they can win it, then, well, if they can score the try from here, they're going to win it. But I would have gone for the kick. Nicholas Barrow says you're in the wrong stadium, Charlie. Yeah, I know. But I didn't have time to change it. Went from the Ellis Park game straight to the Shark game. So, yeah, not enough time to change that. Here comes the Sharks. Kieran van Vieren now with a throw in to this lineup. Can the Sharks seal this game off now? Taken by Ranil Hiku, 5 meters out from the Stormers try line. Here comes the driving maul as the Stormers collapse this. No, says the referee. Sharks under pressure here from the driving maul. It comes back to the Sharks now. Lukanya Murul tap through. Manny Lebok out to Willems, is going to kick it. And that's a brilliant kick from Willems down the field. And Mapimpi might want to throw this in quickly out to Bonilla now. Bonilla going with the hoist into the air. And a chase coming now from Mapimpi. Oh, the bounce of the ball is not gone for the Stormers. It's taken by Bonilla again, but he knocks it on. So it should be a Stormers ball now. Getting this out from the own try line. They're going to try and run this. But Warwick Galant decides to kick it downfield straight into the hands of Apalila Fassi. He's going to go for a drop goal. And no, it's gone to the right of the post there. So it will be a 22-meter dropout. Well, didn't strike it very sweet was Apalila Fassi. But to the right of the post, about 2 or 3 meters to the right. So here comes the restart now for the Stormers. Well, Sharks should have gone Sharks should have gone for the penalty there. They've only scored 2 tries, so the try wouldn't have made a difference to that. Right, so the Sharks get the ball from the 22-meter restart. Now Jaden Hendrickse tries to go with a little box kick over the top, but shots down by Dan Duplessis. Into touch it goes. Line out to the Sharks on the 10-meter line inside Stormers territory. We've got 4 minutes left. Can the Stormers pull off some magic again like they did last week? Or will the Sharks seal this game now? I think the worst thing that can happen is maybe a draw at this stage. A lot of time left. 3.5 minutes is a long time. Kieran van Vuren out to the back and taken by Andre Igefenta. Up to halfway. He goes over up to the 10-meter line. The Stormers now on the attack. Here comes Paul de Wet. Manny Lebok. Quick hands out to Sinatla. Sinatla out to Warwick Kalan. Puts a little dab in. Here comes the chase from the Stormers. Who's going to win this race? It's going to be Jaden Hendricks who dots it down on the dead ball line, basically. Or not the dead ball, in goal line. But I think they might go upstairs here for something. Was there a player taken out? I think Sinatla might have been taken out. They're going upstairs for this. One of the Sharks players might have changed their direction on the run here. Well, I don't think it would have made a difference to the outcome of that, unfortunately, but I think the Sharks might be penalized anyway. Let's have a look here. Well, they got it in super slow-mo here. So, Sabun Nkosi takes out Sabelo Sinatla, and that could be a potential yellow card coming for the Sharks and a penalty to the Stormers. Unless they deem that he did slip. He just lost his footing in the process. But let's see what the call will be. Did Sabun Nkosi slip, or did he do it on purpose? That is what they're going to look for now. And whether a try would have been scored. Oh, I think he's going to get penalized for that. Must be. Andre Warren Bonilla is on the field. Is he in the 10 position? Sorry, was offline for a few minutes. Yes, he has. Missed a vital penalty for the Sharks earlier, which could potentially lead to a draw in this one. Right, so the decision will come now from the TMO. Let's just see what the call will be. But yellow card coming for Sabun Nkosi here. And a penalty to the Stormers, I think it is as well. Another yellow card to the Sharks, and this could be trouble. Come on, Sharks, says Sean Duplessis now. The Stormers have got this penalty here. What are they going to do with it? Kicking for touch. Here's the Stormers now. Manny Lebok to kick it into touch here. 5 meters out from the try line. And suddenly, the Sharks find him with 13 men on the field. Kucha Machuna and Sabun Nkosi in the bin now. Andre Igefenta with a throw in here. The Sharks will have to come up with something special now. Line out comes to Marvin Wurry. The driving maul has been set by the Stormers now. And the Sharks will have to be very, very, very careful now. Small comes down. No advantage though. And here comes Namakama. Nearly over the try line. All the way out to Marcel Tienison. They're 2 meters short of the try line here. Is the Stormers. Surely they must score. Oh, great defense from the Sharks. Enko Fenta pushing him then back now. Paul de Wet comes out to, Manny Lebok. Is there a chance down here from the Sharks? No. Let's see what the call will be from the referee. Was there offside from the Sharks or not? Not quite sure what the call is here. Is it a knock-on from the Sharks or a penalty against the Sharks? Manny Lebok went for a little cross kick there. It's a penalty to the Stormers. 5 meters out from the try line. They have opted to go for the scrum, which I think is the right call at this stage. Sharks are down 2 players at the moment. Well, Kucha Machuna is back on the field, so -1 yellow card. They're back to 14 men is the Sharks now. So vital timing of that yellow card to come back on the field. So now the Sharks short in the back line. So Unukosi, what a difference this is going to make. Big scrum. Can the Sharks, like they've done throughout this game, dominate this scrum? But the Stormers have got the confidence and the momentum at the moment with a minute to play. Paul de Wet now with the feet to the scrum. Oh, the scrum has gone up again and it's going to be a reset. So wasted time there. Don't know if it's the Sharks who did that or whether it was from the Stormers side, but this will be probably the last play of the game with 30 seconds to go. So either the Stormers score and level through a conversion, or the Sharks defend it and win this game. Big scrum coming up. Right, Paul de Wet needs to feed this one in. It's a... Oh, wait a minute. The scrum is... Oh, is it deemed that he didn't throw it in straight? What is the call from the referee now? Let's just hear what the Dutch judge have to say here. But I think... No, it is going to be a reset scrum again. So the scrum has gone up, guys. Last moment of this game. Sharks should have gone for goal when they had the opportunity. Right, last scrum of the game. Paul de Wet to feed this ball in again for the Stormers. 7 points the difference here. Can the Stormers do this? Big scrum, it's solid at the moment now. Paul de Wet is going to go himself. No, he's short. Let's just see, 2 meters out is the Stormers now. Sinatla at scrum off here for the Stormers. Gets it out to Namakaba. Driven back in the tackle then. Now Warwick Galant at scrum off here for the Stormers. Gets it out to the big prop forwards. Sharks defense still holding on now. Paul de Wet. Out it goes to Andre Igufenta. Now Paul de Wet again gets it out to Achieva. No, yeah, is it Achieva Diamani? Yes, it is. 5 meters out is the Stormers now. Paul de Wet out to Marcel Tienison. Now Paul de Wet again gets it out to Achieva Diamani. Driven back in the tackle now. Stormers now 7 meters out from the try line. Paul de Wet gets it out to Warwick Galant. Andre Igufenta now Marcel Tienison. Lukanyama is over that ball. No, it's Paul de Wet who gets it back now. Namakaba again. Now the Stormers have a last chance here. Jeremy Ward makes the tackle on Achieva Diamani. Now Paul de Wet gets it out. Warwick Galant. Oh, it should be a penalty try here. Surely Apalile Fassi has slapped that ball down. That should be a penalty try. They're going to go upstairs for this one. This could potentially end up in a penalty try here to the Stormers. This should be a penalty try and another yellow card to Apalile Fassi. This game should be ending in a draw right here, right now. Yeah, slap down from Apalile Fassi and a try scoring opportunity on the outside. Surely, that has got to be a penalty try. I can't see any other way. Must be a penalty try for sure here. And that is going to definitely be a draw because of that. Can't see any other call on this one, surely. Very, very terrible discipline from the Sharks. And yeah, I don't know. Would a try have been scored if Apalile Fassi didn't slap that down? I would say yes. 2 players on the outside. Fassi went for the intercept and slapped it down in the end. Should be a try in the corner to Damien Willems if they went through the hands. Even Ruanel could have scored that one. Poor discipline there from the Sharks. Right, I don't have any audio. I'll just see what happens from the call. Right, what will the call be now? Yellow card to Apalila Fassi, and it's going to be a penalty only to the Stormers. Well, I don't believe it. It should have been a penalty try, surely. I would have definitely have gone penalty try there. Right, is it a penalty only? No, it is a penalty try. So, yeah, there it is. That is the end of the game, and it's 22 all. Well. What an ending to this game. Oh, wait. Yeah. No. Have the Sharks won this game? No. No penalty try awarded. And that's going to be 22 all. So, well done to the Stormers for getting back into this game. But the Sharks being their worst enemies, their own worst enemies at times. So, yeah, 22 all this game finishes. And it's a draw between the Sharks and the Stormers. Very poor Shark discipline sums it up. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hildegard van der Merwe says, thanks for the commentary. Credit to the Stormers for ending well again. Thanks, Guru. And yeah, it is what it is. A draw at the end of the day, guys. It's like kissing your sister, but we'll take it anyway. But a good performance in the end from the Stormers to get back. I wouldn't say it was the greatest of games, but yeah, it was something. So until next time, guys, this is a draw. I will see you guys throughout the week for the Curry Cup. Until then, cheers for now.